Chris, thanks so much. Yeah, the water industry, not one we talk about very often on the show, but it continues to be an ever-expanding industry, gaining momentum and traction on a daily basis. The Alkaline Water Company leading the way, or one company leading the way in that group. And Aaron Kay is chairman of the Alkaline Water Company and joins us on the show today. It's great to have you on the show, Aaron. Welcome, first of all. Great to have a chance to talk about this industry that, as I mentioned, is not one that is mentioned too often, but continues to gain traction. Tell us a little bit about the Alkaline Water Company taking a little bit of a different approach here.
Yeah, I don't know if we're taking a completely different approach, but the company's been around for approximately eight and a half, 9 years now. And we really pioneered the large bottle format that the trader, I don't know his name, but he just popped up saying he hasn't cracked it. But we've got to get him drinking that for sure. But we were really the first company to enter into the large bottle format in the premium water category. And that's a category that's continued to expand and has been one of the fastest growing categories in the beverage sector.
The sense of the alkaline side of things is what I was referring to there. Let's talk about alkaline in general first to start things off, just so everyone understands what it is we're talking about. Tell us a little bit about the process that is required to get a product onto the shelf that is called alkaline and what that means.
Yeah, so for us, we co-pack, which has been a growing trend in the category because it decreased costs for startup companies and smaller companies emerging into the water category, the beverage sector. So we go in and it's really just an electric purification system that goes in, proprietary, and it's really two things. It's purified water and Himalayan rock salts that creates that nice thick film that, for viewers, they could really resonate with the taste profile of like Fiji over the years for kind of more of an international type brand.
And when it comes to the benefits, maybe fill people in here on the actual benefits of consuming a product like this, because it does benefit you in many different ways.
For sure. I mean, we always need to be really careful about health benefits just because we got to be FDA approved with comments we make around that. But it's well known that folks that follow the alkaline diet globally are big consumers of the alkaline water, and they do that for things like relaxation, anti-inflammation, especially when you're consuming different types of foods of the alkaline diet.
So Alkaline 88, if you are looking for the products, guys, on a retail basis, tell us about the name, the Alkaline 88 brand name that we see on these bottles. We can show these again, guys, if you want to pull that up. There you go. So that is the brand name that you'll find on store shelves. Tell us about Alkaline 88.
So back when we started the company, nobody really looked at the alkaline category as an emerging beverage or water category. We were the first to really trademark the name alkaline on the bottle. And fortunately for us, high pH is what resonates with alkaline. And we are the ones that trademarked that. And then at that time, the trace minerals and vitamins that were in there were 88. So we mixed it together and it's been a winner so far.
Concept. As you mentioned, the first really are pioneering the way on the 1 gallon size, which is very convenient. And I have to say, I love the handles that you put on the bigger bottles. Is very convenient. The company also offers CBD products as well. Let's explore that end of the product line here a little bit. Which was first, I guess, to start things off, the premium water on its own, and then how did we end up getting into CBD?
Yeah, great question. So the water business itself has been around for a lot longer than the CBD category. The CBD category emerged as cannabis emerged, and we looked at it because of our national distribution and how we could sell things like gummies, CBD powder packs, or our leading CBD water. So amongst that, we've also added things like flavors into those products as well, which is in line with our infused water category that we also have that came out of adding different SKUs.
When it comes to the most popular now, everyone obviously, I guess, getting more used to CBD products, and there's more interest surrounding the products itself. Is there maybe one or two that have stood out as your best sellers at this point?
Yeah, the FDA is regulating the category quite closely. So there's your ingestibles line, which fits our category really well because of consuming water, and then there's your topicals. We have a pretty good blend. I would say our deep relief cream in the topicals is leading. And then things like our powder packs, which is a really strong emerging category, especially around COVID. they're starting to do extremely well as our gummies in the ingestible side.
Aaron Kay is chairman of the Alkaline Water Company, joining us today on the show. Let's talk a little bit about going forward here. Regulations obviously continue to, be changed ever so slightly over time, depending on the state that you are in the U.S., with more favorable lawmaking decisions coming. What does that mean for a company that operates in the CBD space?
It's still kind of an unknown, to tell you the truth. I mean, I was really fortunate to live through cannabis emerging in Canada from, still what was a gray and black market to emerging companies that raise billions and billions of dollars. I believe that where we have a distinct advantage is that if CBD is allowed to cross state lines, and supermarkets and pharmacy chains are going to be allowed to carry the product, that with our national distribution in all the household retailers, that we're going to be able to plug in things like our CBD water, powder packs, gummies, topicals, right into that distribution chain, which makes it easier for consumers to get because they already know our existing brand of Alkaline 88.
So the company operates primarily in the U.S., recently announced an expansion into Mexico. Tell us a little bit about the Mexico expansion and the thought behind that. And then is there more expansion coming for the Alkaline Water Company?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we already know from our distribution and sales numbers in the United States that the Hispanic community for sure is a huge consumer of alkaline water, and that's shown through their own country and the brands that are down there. So we had lots of discussions going on for quite a long time to come down there. So that made logical sense. And it's also just south of the border in the U.S. where we already, have a great presence. I would say I think we also come into Canada, which is another logical step, and then it gives us distribution through the entire continent. And then from there, we'll reset. We'll be moving towards our goal of around 100 million in sales. And then will we look internationally? I'd say the answer is probably yes.
Down the road a little bit further, then let's talk about plans for the company here. Is the company itself maybe, aligning itself or a good takeover target at some point?
Yeah, I mean, that's the, the big question with all, emerging beverage brands. And if you look at what happened to start this year, Essentia, which is the leader in the premium water space, alkaline high pH category, they were acquired by Nestle. And it's pretty well known that Global Beverage has made some great inroads into the premium space and really increased the quality of their water products because the consumers are asking for that. So I think if you look at us, we're one of the last, if not maybe the last independent brand available. And given the fact that we're publicly traded, I think it puts us in a really, really good position to be acquired in hopefully the coming years.
Appreciate your time. Aaron Kay, chairman of the Alkaline Water Company, joining us today. I have to tell you, Aaron, I had to actually hide or set these aside. So we made sure we had some to actually show for this segment, or they would have been gone immediately when you sent it. We appreciate both the water and your time today. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the time.
There you go, guys. A look at WTER. Go check it out. Listed on the NASDAQ and the CSE here in Canada. Guys.